Well, hi there, everybody. Christian Nix here. In this short video, I want to share with you why ancient medical systems have tremendous advantage over and above your modern medical approach when it comes to healing and recovering from chronic digestive illness. So if you have something like acid reflux, or God forbid, even full-blown IBS or anything in between, you're going to want to stick around and watch this video. I'm doing this as a kind of free tutorial, right, to help you really understand if you're struggling and you're not getting results, this is probably the reason why, right? If there was a secret food that would help you get rid of reflux like right now, well, then nobody would have it because we would all know what that secret food is, right? So simplistic kind of approaches aren't going to work. You know that that's not the way that this works. So why are ancient medical systems so superior to healing and recovering from chronic conditions? Modern medicine considers chronic digestive illness to be something very simplistic. Actually, your doctor thinks of digestive illness as something that it's not. And what I mean by that is your doctor actually believes that your condition is so simplistic and is so unidimensional that if he just gives you a pill to block your stomach acid, that you're actually going to recover. Now, I'm being sarcastic here because actually the bad news is no doctor actually believes that. Doctors actually know that that's not true, but they don't have any other solution to offer you. That's why you're frustrated. That's why if you're watching this video, you're probably actually disgusted. Every time you go back to your doctor, you feel like you're not being listened to, your doctor isn't really understanding what's going on, you say things, and then the doctor gives you another prescription, right? That didn't help any more than the last prescription. You can actually get quite sick taking all of these medications from your doctor because they don't really do what they're advertised to do, which is help you actually heal. So when you block stomach acid, for example, or if you have, say, IBS, if you take a steroid, right, to help with inflammation in your intestines, these things don't actually do more than just obscure and hide the symptoms and actually interrupt the body's ability to heal on its own. So let's stick with the example of acid reflux. When you block your stomach acid, you're causing all kinds of trouble for your other organs. Now, the reason that's a disaster is your other organs are already exhausted, tired, worn out. And so if you block stomach acid, don't you need your stomach acid? Right? Your stomach acid is there to make sure that you break down your food correctly, that you get nutrients out of your food, and that you kill off bacteria so that you don't get weird infections inside your body, and so that the food that you're eating actually nourishes you. So not surprisingly, if you take acid blockers for a long period of time, you very often end up with weird, occult kind of hidden infections in your body. But not just that, you also can become malnourished. This is very common. Why? Because you're not extracting the nutrients. Your stomach acid isn't there because you've blocked it, and you need that acid to break down your food so that you get the good nourishment from your food. Otherwise, you can end up malnourished, especially with weird mineral deficiencies, which is very crucial, right? When your body's sick and out of balance, the last thing you want to do is start depriving it of minerals. You need those minerals to help with your stress reaction and to help your body continue to hold itself up, right? So the point is, the modern medical approach is not designed to help you heal your digestive system. It's actually designed to do something else. And we'll talk about what that something else is in another video. But notice also that I'm not saying that you can't get relief taking those things. If you take an acid blocker and you take it the right way at the right time, like I show you, you can actually heal your digestive system even faster. So it's not that there's no place for the modern medical approach, but you cannot have a long-term recovery. They will make you sicker. Those pills will make you worse off. That's not your imagination. Same thing for IBS, right? Whatever medication your doctor has you on, if you know how to take it and you're healing your body on its own, then you're actually even better off than if you just used ancient medicine by itself. Now, this is a little tricky to do, and so I'm not going to get into that in this video. I actually put all of that material together inside the protocol. But just understand, modern medicine treats chronic digestive illness like it's something very simple and unidimensional. And that's why you can't recover. Because chronic illness, chronic digestive disease is not one thing. It's not as simplistic as, oh, you have too much stomach acid. That's not what's happening. If it was, you could heal from that. right? If it was one thing that was out of balance, well, you can recover from that. Your body knows how to overcome that. Your body knows how to overcome simple things. Your body knows what to do when one thing is wrong. The trouble with chronic digestive illness is it's multiple things that have gone out of balance. And when you have a condition and a chronic digestive problem, what you have is a situation that imbalance is being maintained. So you need to get your organs working together again. And that's what ancient medical systems actually help you to understand how to do, and to do on your own with very, very simple foods and food combinations, without pills, without supplements, without all the other things. All of the idiotic advice that you're getting on the internet is all wrong. Now, let's talk about now why ancient medical systems have this bigger, broader view. Well, the simple fact that it's ancient, actually, no medical system was ever able to conquer what modern medicine has conquered, which is to treat emergency traumatic illness and injury. Our modern medical system is an emergency medical system, and it's great. I mean, it's actually, there's never been another system like it. It's so fantastic at what it's designed to do, but it's not designed to help you with chronic illness, because emergency conditions can be treated differently, and you can treat the body like a machine, and it actually works out. In an emergency, that works, but it doesn't work in a chronic condition. If you have a chronic condition kind of scenario, you cannot apply that kind of thinking and recover. It doesn't work, right? It will never work. And if you've been to the doctor over and over again, I've had patients and students who have come to me after 50 years of going to the doctor. It's not that these people are stupid. They just didn't know that they had any other kind of option. But 50 years is a lot of trial and failure. And so if you're going to the doctor over and over again and it's not working out, this is the reason why. Ancient medical systems actually deal with your chronic condition in the way that it needs to be dealt with, which is to say, it's a sophisticated approach. It's a way of understanding what's going on with your body that takes into account all the different factors that contribute to your digestive illness. So once one organ goes out of balance, they all tend to go out of balance, which means you have to take into account what's happening with your liver, what's happening with your spleen, what's happening to your stomach, and what's happening in your intestines. And unless we understand all the symptoms pertaining to those four organs, and we know what to do about all of them, you cannot recover from chronic digestive illness. What you need when you have to recover from a chronic digestive condition is a system that makes sense of all the multiple factors that are contributing to your illness. And the way that you do that is to apply the kind of logic that I'm showing you inside the Pivot Protocol. Now, I'm doing something special for students of the Pivot Protocol. You have to have at least completed the phase 1 material. Now, it's not hard to complete phase 1. Phase 1 is really the prohibitions that you need to pay attention to. Everybody with chronic digestive illness is contributing to their illness one way or the other, and without knowing it, right? Unconsciously, there's something that you're doing that's also making your condition worse. I promise you, I guarantee it. After 15 years treating patients, there's no question about this. Once you know what's in phase 1, and once you eliminate and actually like go down the list, and if you're doing this, stop doing it. This by itself is enough to start the healing process. Why? Because your body knows how to heal. That's the really good news in all of this. Your body does know how to recover your digestive health on its own. If you've been through the phase 1 material, you can now join. I'm doing this for the very first time. It's my group coaching. You can learn to apply the Pivot Protocol to your specific situation. What we do on these group coaching calls is I limit it to 6 people, and you fill out a form. You'll see a link to this in the below this video. Click that link and it will take you to a page. You can fill out some basic information on your situation. I will review that ahead of the call. And then at our call, I will talk to you for 10 minutes specifically about your condition, okay? So I'm gonna address everybody individually. And the benefit of being on a group coaching call, if you haven't thought of this, it's actually really useful. You're going to learn from the other people on the call. Now, you may not have the exact situation and the same organ imbalance and the same pattern of symptoms that they have, but that's okay, because you're going to learn how to apply this logic that I'm showing you and where to go for answers, you can actually take what you've learned by listening to the other participants in the group call, and you can apply that as well. So there's benefit that we're doing this in a group setting, but as for your individual case, I'm going to talk to you individually. Everybody gets 10 minutes. I will write up some comments ahead of time. You get my written comments as well in an email. And I'll go through your condition, and I'll talk to you about exactly where you are, what your big obstacle is right now, what to do to overcome that obstacle, and then also, perhaps most important of all, where to go inside the protocol so that you can heal your condition, and you'll figure out very quickly how to apply the protocol. And as your symptoms shift, you have to change your behavior with them. If something like apple cider vinegar did help you, well, when do you know when to stop that, right? Because if it's strong enough to help you, it's also strong enough to push you out of balance in another situation. So when should you apply a specific remedy? When should you do a specific treatment? If you know when to do it, and also when to stop doing it once you've gotten the result that you need, and to change your routine into something new now that your symptoms have changed into something new as well, that's how you actually get rid of chronic illness out of your body and have a full recovery. Okay, so if that's of any interest to you, I hope you'll join us. I'm only doing this for a very limited number of students, and I'm probably only going to do it for a limited time. You'll find out about pricing information on the following page, so click the link below, and you can submit your information and see if we have space for you to join the group coaching call. I can tell you this, that depending on what the demand is, I'm not going to keep the pricing as low as it is right now. If you're watching this video, you get to be one of the very first people to try the group coaching. This is only for Pivot Protocol students, and it is the fastest, most economical way for you to get to the bottom of your illness and to have a full recovery that I have ever offered. This is the fastest way to learn the best system for healing chronic digestive illness that currently exists. Okay, click below to sign up for group coaching if you think you're into that, and otherwise I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.